Hi, welcome to the Global Sports Channel product review, and I've just got back from a run, so I wanted to do a review on these shoes. Yes, I've been using these shoes now for about a month, and yeah, I just wanted to give a bit of a review here on the Global Sports Channel. So first of all, the brand is called Everlast Running Shoe. Now, have you ever heard of Everlast before, and have you ever heard of Everlast running shoes? I hadn't until recently, and I used to be a guy that ran in Nikes all the time, and used to spend some ridiculous amount of money on buying Nike running shoes, probably all made in the same factory, right? So here we are, the Everlast running shoe. Now, a couple of reasons I brought these. First of all, the color blue, I love it. I really love it. This kind of stuck out for me on the shelf, and I really thought, hey, that's cool. I have never had a blue pair of running shoes in my entire life, so I thought I would buy a blue pair of running shoes. Now, besides the color, we all want to look good and feel fancy, so does it actually work, and is it a good running shoe? Well, look, I've been using it now for about a month, and the first thing that comes to your attention when you pick the shoe up is how light it is. It's really light, and it would definitely match anything that I've run in with any other running shoe in my life in terms of its lightness. Now, normally when a shoe is that light, unless it's been built really well, it has some stability issues through the core of the shoe here. So I was really interested to see what type of stability the shoe gave me through the core here. And the other thing that's really important when you buy a pair of running shoes, or any shoes for that matter, is to find out whether you pronate or supinate. Now, if you look at the bottom of your shoe, you'll see that one side of your shoe is actually wearing out faster than the other side, and that's because your foot plant has a tendency to roll one way or the other. There are a few people around the world that have a neutral foot plant, which means you land straight on the ball of your feet, but most people either pronate or supinate. So that's really important, because you want to get a running shoe that gives you that stability and support if you're pronating or supinating. So the way you find that out is basically speak to anybody in a running shoe store. I suggest you go to a place that specializes in running shoes, because if you buy shoes like I did from a non-running shoe store, then chances are you're not going to be able to find somebody that knows too much about the technical aspects of running and also running shoes. So just a tip on that one for you. So back to the shoe, and knowing that I pronate, it was important to make sure that I got this particular shoe. So really light in weight, and what I really like about the shoe too is it's really tough material on the outside. You know, shoes are going to get wet, they're going to get dirty, and you want as much protection as you can possibly get. Now, no shoe's going to protect you from a downpour in rain, but you can just feel on the shoe, and you can actually see it, that it's got really good covering and fabric that they use on the outside. So I was really impressed with that. Another thing that might be a small thing for you, but it's a really important thing for me, is the quality of the laces. I hate it when laces start to deteriorate after just a couple of months, and you've either got to replace them or just put up with them. So these are really good laces in the shoe, and that was another reason why I was really happy in buying this shoe. So really good fabric. They've also got a protection part on the front of the sole here, which is really good, because you do find that you do scuff things when you're running. And if you're running on gravel or over terrain that's not just flat concrete, then you'll find that you do scuff your things quite a lot. So it's got a protection, a rubber protection sole at the front there, which I really like. Now, throughout the shoe, it's got a lot of support. So if you look at the top of the shoe, it's got support all the way around there. So making sure that you get the right size, and this is something else that's really important with running shoes as well. Making sure you get a size. If you're doing a lot of running, it's best to get a size that's just a little bit too big, because your feet do swell up when they're running. So you want to be able to allow your foot to grow into the shoe, so to speak. But if you don't do a lot of running, you're not going to have that too much. So try and get the right size of shoe. Now, running shoes are not always the same fit as your street shoes, so just make sure you go and try them on before you buy them, because you'll find that you might have to have a different size of running shoe. So this one, as I said, has got really good support around the whole foot area where the foot goes into the shoe, and it's got a really strong, I'll just put that up there, it's got a really strong heel support as well, which is really, really important, because when you're running, you're doing this, you're going backwards and forwards, and you need to have a lot of support there. So I'm really, really impressed with that heel support. Now underneath, you can tell that this shoe is made for running. It's got a really good grip surface. It's been designed in a way that it gives you support underneath. I'll put it like that. You can see the support underneath, and it's got lots of area here where it's going to wear down over time, but it's giving me a lot of support in the middle. Also in the heel part, it's got a very thick sole here to give me more support through the sole area of the shoe, which is really, really important. Now I've done a month of running in these, and I run every day, and you can see that there's hardly any wear at all on the base of that shoe at the moment. There you go, hardly any wear at all. So these shoes are, you know, doing pretty well at the moment, that's for sure. Looking after your shoes is important as well, so cleaning them after every run is an important thing. It just makes them last a bit longer. It protects the materials and gets away all the slime and dirt that you might get on the shoe. So yeah, I really like these shoes. I'm really impressed, and the reason I'm really impressed is I'm going to tell you now how much they cost. So I'm in Australia, and these shoes in Australian dollars, these cost 30 Australian dollars. That's right, just 30 Australian dollars. Now that's around about what, 24, 23 US dollars for a really great pair of running shoes. So for someone who used to spend over $250, $300 on a pair of running shoes previously in my life, I'm a happy guy. I can have a lot of pair of these for that sort of money. So there we are, the Everlast running shoe. I can highly recommend this. It's a really good product, and one month into my running with it, I'm really stoked. And for 30 bucks, I'm happy to throw them away after a year and go and get another pair. So yeah, check them out, Everlast running shoes. This ad's not being sponsored by Everlast, but I think this is a really good product, and I'm thrilled with it. So there you go, happy running, whether you wear Everlast or not. Get out there and do some running and enjoy your neighborhood. See you all again. Bye bye.